Hey everybody, my name is Alan Hood. I get to be the youth pastor at Rejoice Church, and I'd just like to take a few minutes to hopefully encourage you. I know that there's a whole lot of uncertainty going on, potential chaos, the potential to let fear set in and creep into our lives. We know that God is in control. We know that He's on the throne. We know that this doesn't take Him by surprise. This doesn't catch Him off guard, what's going on in the world around us. And, as I think about times when we could let fear in, when panic could set in, I love the Old Testament and how, even specifically, I've been reading in Exodus the past few days, and how God had asked Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egyptian slavery. And so he goes in and, the 10 plagues happen. God sends the 10 plagues to deliver the people. Finally, Pharaoh lets the Israelites go. They make their way out of Egypt, and they are on the border of the Red Sea. They are on the banks of the Red Sea, and nowhere for them to go. And it looks like God has abandoned them. It looks like God has led them astray. It looks like basically the potential for chaos and the potential for uncertainty and fear is really rising to an all-time high in the lives of the Israelites. And then they turn around and they look behind them and they see the Egyptians closing in, and they see that Pharaoh has changed his mind and he's coming to take back the people. And so with nowhere to go and nowhere to turn, the people, Scripture actually says the people started to panic. They looked up and started to panic. And they turned to Moses and they started crying out, why have you brought us out here to die? We're going to be corpses in the wilderness, in the desert. And I love what Moses says, and just the assurance that he has, and the trust and the faith that he has in God in order to even say this. It's in Exodus chapter 14, verse 13 and 14. Exodus 14, verse 13 and 14. And Moses looks at the people and he says, "Don't be afraid. Just stand still and watch the Lord rescue you today." And he goes on in verse 14, "The Lord Himself will fight for you. Just stay calm." And I think a lot of times we, especially when things get out of control, out of our control, we want to be in control. We want to fix it. But yet, the best thing for us to do is to stand still and to watch how the Lord rescues us today. Not 10 years from now, not 5 years from now. We're talking today. Stand still and see and watch how the Lord will rescue you today. And really, that's not just stopping doing everything. That's not just quitting everything. It takes an active will, an active determination to stand still in the midst of chaos. It takes an active, that headstrong, really, that you are going to be still and watch God instead of taking control back from Him. So really, that's my prayer for us. That's my prayer for our students, our families, is that we are able to stand still and to watch God rescue us today.